We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but some of us seem to get so much more done than others. Why is that? Well, one reason could be that some of us waste our time on things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Let's explore some of the things we waste our time with and why we should stop doing them. Number 1. Social media. Let's face it, social media is a huge time suck. We can easily spend hours scrolling through our news feeds, watching videos, and liking posts. While social media can be a great way to stay connected with friends and family, it's important to remember that doom scrolling is a real thing. Sometimes we compare ourselves to others and feel bad about ourselves when we see their highlight reels. Instead of wasting hours on social media, try to limit your time on these platforms and focus on real-life relationships. One of the biggest problems with social media is that it's designed to be addictive. Large Silicon Valley companies have teams of people that are hired specifically to keep you scrolling for as long as possible. Social media platforms use algorithms and other techniques to keep users engaged and scrolling for as long as they can. This can lead to hours of mindless scrolling, which can take away from important, more quality activities. At this point, it isn't even the person's fault. It's the large companies that are preying on the weakness of human psychology, which can be easily exploited. Number 2. Netflix. We all love to unwind with a good TV show, but binge watching can quickly turn into a waste of time. Instead of mindlessly watching TV, try to be more intentional about your viewing habits. Choose shows that are educational or thought-provoking, and limit your screen time to a set amount each day. This will help you stay more engaged with the content and prevent you from wasting hours on end in front of the screen. While it's important to take breaks and enjoy some downtime, watching Netflix can become addictive and lead to a lack of motivation or a feeling of being unproductive. It's important to set boundaries and limit your Netflix viewing time so that it doesn't interfere with other important aspects of your life. Number 3. Watching the news. This is something most of you probably didn't expect. While staying informed about current events and news is important, it's also important to recognize that constantly watching the news can be a major time waster. In addition, it's important to understand that being informed doesn't necessarily mean we can influence change. Many of the issues we see in the news are complex and require long-term systemic changes that are beyond the control of individuals. While it's important to stay informed about the world around us, constantly watching the news can be detrimental to our mental health and well-being. The news is often filled with negative stories that can leave us feeling overwhelmed. Instead of spending hours watching the news, try to limit your exposure to a set amount of time each day. This will help you stay informed while also limiting time spent. Number 4. Complaining. One of the main problems with complaining is that it can become a habit. Constantly focusing on negative aspects of life can lead to a negative mindset, which can make it difficult to see the positive aspects of life. There's literally nothing positive about complaining. It doesn't solve the problem at hand, nor does anything productive do so. People who complain simply are helpless to their situation, and their complaining is just their coping mechanism. Rather than complain, it is much better to find solutions to a problem. One way to approach complaining in a more constructive way is to focus on solutions. Instead of simply venting about a situation, take the time to consider what actions can be taken to improve it. This can help to shift the focus from negativity to problem solving. All in all, while complaining can be a natural way to express frustration, constant complaining can be a major time waster and can have negative effects on mental health and relationships. By being mindful of your thoughts and actions, focusing on solutions rather than problems, and seeking positive ways to express dissatisfaction, you can break the cycle of complaining and lead a more positive and productive life.